Hello, this is Vexx, and welcome back to Tyranny. If you may recall, in our last episode, we began the siege of the Ascension Hall with the Disfavored. Now, as we got to the entry to the actual keep itself, the Scarlet Chorus arrived, and we were sent in by the Iron Marshal as the shock troops to begin taking the actual citadel itself, as her and the rest of the Disfavored hold off the chorus. And that's where we are now. Got a single member of the Son of the Veteran Guard, who is a Sun Soldier right here. Let's head on in. They're here! They've reached the perimeter! They're in the keep! Whistling a shrill warning signal, the Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. Well, we're definitely not going to be secretive about our entry, are we? Is there anything good? Oh, there are some goodies out in this entryway which we can plunder for our own use. Not a lot by the looks of it, but it's something. That helmet, was that a heavy armor? Yeah, unfortunately. Alright. Second room in and we're already engaged. Alrighty, let's go. Hey, I clicked to go in the fight. Now, Vexx, are you going to be able... Oh, you're going to just be able to hit two of them. First, I want you to go up and... Oh, perfect, you're going to be able to knock both of them down with this. Well, hopefully. Lentry, you can knock this guy down. Perfect, you got it.
I'll hit you twice as hard next...
Well, first got one of them. Better than nothing. Lentry, go over there and hit them with your fire spell. And Verse can do the same on the different guy. Okay, Vexx, your ice spell also has a good range, just like the lightning. Good. Oh, looks like that guy. Yeah, that guy's a sage. You know what, Verse? I want you to target that guy. Also send your fire arrow.
Who says you can't teach an old...
Oh, looks like Lentry just leveled up. Good job, old man. Looks like we took a step forward. Oh, by our moving forward, we're able to use our fire cone on all three of these guys. Perfect. Alright, Barrack moves up to help. Lentry, I want you... Actually, use it on him. First, I thought I told you to attack the... Oh, look at that. We got him. Alright, now, Lentry, you just leveled up, so we will begin. We'll give you some skills. Alright, now, do we want to give him extra cooldown or extra damage? You know, he has plus 20% spell damage, but only a minus 6 cooldown. So I think I will give him a little bit more cooldown. So that's what we'll do for him. And he gets a skill. Alright, now in Sage, we got this Learned Instructor here. Let's see, what does that do? When Lantry's in the party, all party members gain bonus experience for their lore and a bonus spell slot. Ooh. I'm going to do that one right away without reading the others because, well, more spells. And, if you remember, First doesn't have that healing spell because she only had the 2 spell slots, which I had already covered with Fireball and False Pit. I could have taken one off her, but I didn't want to. As I mentioned, this Focused Intent actually does the most healing of the healing spells. It takes 35 lore. She has 48, so let's see if we can actually make the range go from 2 meters by adding an accent Oh, look at that. It doubles the range, and she can use it. Perfect. No, 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 no. It's not what I meant. Okay, we have... Meanwhile, for us, with 75 lore, we have that extra range and this Sigil of Strength, which makes us heal for 20% as opposed to... Or, sorry, 30% as opposed to 24. Lantry, can we upgrade your spell? Yes, we can. Perfect. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Because you need 2 more lore. Ah, bugger. Can we upgrade your lightning? We can get that more damage. What about your fireball? Aha, we can. Ice ball? Yes. False pit, that's got to be upgradable. Yeah, perfect. I doubt versus false pit. Yeah, I didn't think so. And we can't upgrade anything on Barrack. So we'll just continue on. But we do have some loot, which we can off of one of these veteran guards. Anything in this room? Nope, nothing more.
Yes.
Okay, continuing. It would appear that they were in a hurry. The fire in the mess hall still burns, and plates and silverware lie on the tables. This room hasn't seen combat for generations. The veteran guard will never be the same after this battle. Yeah, I'd say that's probably true. So far, looks like it's just a couple soldiers. No, I told you to run in there and fight. Vexx, I want you to run up this way.
See.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You actually found something. Vexx, why don't you use your cone? You know what, Lantry, instead of using whatever you're using, use your knockdown on him, and Verse can use it on the other one.
Pity you won't enjoy.
Hahaha. Good job, you knocked them both down. Verse, use your fireball. Lantry, use your ice. Actually, speaking of Verse, she has a spell which we never put in. Which for some reason it's not letting. There we go. That's what I wanted. We'll move stuff over, move stuff over, move stuff over. There we go. Actually, considering we don't use Verse in melee, let's throw that all the way back over there. Okay.
No,
Take that.
Oh, that was quick. Got one of them down already.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Haha. Alright. That was a quick and easy fight. What's this? Ooh. Leather gloves. We'll have to take a look at that. Let's see. Armor. Was better than what we're wearing? Slightly. But I'm gonna keep... Oh, no point in looking at Barrack. This is gonna make him have... Lantry have a little bit more protection, but more recovery speed. I think that's a good offset, in my opinion. Alright. What's over on this table? Looks like some trash. Alright, let's go. Let's continue looking around. Oh, what's in here? Oh, I wonder what's on this table. Looks kind of important. Oh, this guy's a sage. We'll definitely have to take him out. Oh, you don't have much spells ready. Vexx. Alright, let's use your lightning spell on him. Oh, first, none of your spells are ready. Lantry, did you already? Yes, you already cast your spell. You know what, Lantry? Knock that guy down. Oh, Verse, your spell's ready. Knock this one down. Oh, that didn't take long. What, Varric? I want you to go target him. Vex can go over here. It's that way. Yeah. Wait, are they both sages? Oh, it's a sage apprentice. They both have spells. So I wonder what kind of spell this guy's using. We haven't seen that before. We knocked them both down. Perfect. Who's more hurt? You use your fire spell on him. First, use your fire spell on the one Varric's targeting. Oh, Vex, no, I wanted you to be back here.
I got it.
Alright, now... oh, he's just able to. Perfect.
Hey, you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Oh, good job. Alright. Got a little bit to loot. We'll have to check out what goodies we got there. And what's this glowy thing on here? It's a scroll of some kind. Which, with our lore of 75, I believe, is what Vex has. We could definitely read this. It only needs 30 to read. Oh, it's a new sigil, which means we can now cast a new type of magic. What kind of sigil is it, actually? Oh, it's force. Oh, I think that's does stuff like pushing people back. It's not exactly a spell I've ever really used myself, but I'm sure some people found use of it. Alright.
Send them at me in waves.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it, Varric. Send them at waves. And now if Vex casts it like this, you can hit 3 of them. Perfect. Lantry. Kind of want you to use your spell on those 2 to knock them down. Oh, Verse, you're already casting your knockdown spell.
Feet.
That works. Verse. Fireball on both of them. Ah, well, we knocked him down. Whoa! Varric, go after this guy. Oh, looks like we still have a sage. Oh, can our ice spell hit all 3? Aha, it can. Well, looks like all 3 of our compatriots are helping out. No! Vex, why'd you turn your back? Go back over here. Target this guy. At least this way you can use your fireball on those 2. Lantry. Yeah, that's a sage. We definitely want him out of the way. Verse move. Oh, looks like Varric wants to heal Verse. No, I still want her out of the way. Okay. You start targeting him. The sage. You keep targeting that guy. Oh, who's more hurt? Doesn't matter. Use your thrust on this guy. Andrew seems content on targeting this guy. So we'll let him. First, are you still... Yes, good. You're still targeting the mage. Okay, Vex. Your lightning spell's ready. Can I think I can. Yes, I could just barely hit all 3. Perfect. First, you know what? Knock this sage down. Lantry is healing us. That'll help. Lantry, why did you go up close? Fireball. Oh, that didn't take much, did it? Oh. And we're in. In like Flynn, as it said.
On it.
Well, let's explore the rest of this area. Okay, perfect. I got a little bit of trash there. Oh, and it looks like we can't go that way. Is there... Kind of look... Oh, wait. We can't even go over there. Okay. On to the actual Ascension Hall. In we go. Now, notice, Ebb is here, so we already know they have at least one magic user. This guy looks, yeah, this is a Sage Apprentice, so it's another magic user. And looks like a couple of fighters. Well, let's head on in and talk. Oh, they're definitely ready for us. There's no turning back either. They're caught. So, you are the vanguard of Kairos' conquest. Not as tall as I imagined, but we can't all choose our executioners. Already word of our defiance spreads through the lands. You're 7 kinds of stupid if you think our war ends here. Before you stands Captain Tarkazari, de facto leader of the dwindling veteran guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still. Her body is a compact structure of muscle and bone, and her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of dozens of brushes with death. So she's a very seasoned warrior. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing toward the ceiling, its stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire ahead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place to settle an integral feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead. It is an honor to share your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. You got a few choices here. We can say, what did you hope to gain from your rebellion? Or seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. Another choice is any last words. Now the next 3 choices we use different skills, and I believe it will convince one of the unnamed tiersmen or guardsmen here to leave. We can use our athletics to brandish our weapon menacingly. You had so many chances to surrender. I have orders to make this excruciating and slow. Or we can use our lore to bluff. You bring a lot of magic to fight directly beneath the spire, trying to bury us all? Just what sort of inbred fool are you? Or we can use our subterfuge to bluff. I'm but the first of your problems. The chorus and the disfavored are right behind me. And the only thing they have in common is a hatred of you. Or we can just attack. Now I believe the athletics will scare this melee guardsman off. The lore will scare the mage off. And the subterfuge will probably scare this archer off. If memory serves correctly, we only have the option to do one of the 3. So I'm going to use our lore to try and scare the mage off, as magic is a little harder to deal with. Gain lore experience. That's a risk I'm willing to take. The sage to her side nervously coughs and glances up with a concerned gaze. After a short moment of hesitation, the sage runs for the exit. Haha! Got rid of one of the mages. Perfect. Get back here! Ares shouts at the fleeing sage, but to no avail. What was I thinking? Bringing cowardly scribes to a sword fight. I was right about the lot of you. Sisters, brothers! Ari looks back to the cadre of soldiers. Oh, we already read that. Now we got a few choices here. Same ones as before, just minus the bluffing and brandishing our weapons. I'm going to ask her what she hoped to gain from the rebellion. Nothing that we haven't already gained. Our pride, our dignity, These things you can never take from us. She smiles, her eyes distant for a moment. The Vedrian Guard could never stand up against all of Kairos' forces. But we can teach others to resist, and maybe you'll run out of soldiers before we run out of stubbornness. But I doubt it. Oh, so she was... This is just a prideful war. She doesn't think she can win. She doesn't even think that they're gonna run out of... We're gonna run out of soldiers before they run out of pride or stubbornness. It's kind of silly. Got a few choices here. You already use Kairos' currency, speak the language. Military control is a formality. Or you would consign your whole realm to death because of your pride. Or finally we can just attack them. I'm going to use the mention about the currency and the language. As who knows, maybe that'll actually convince her or one of her colleagues to surrender. I doubt it, but who knows. But that's... Ari stammers, swatting at the air. That's just sophistry. Kairos speaks our language, not the other way around. Besides, that proves nothing other than common history. All about the Fatebinder is saying is that Kairos is not just one enemy, but a massive force that can reach you even in times of peace. Armies and edicts are just two of the bloodier ways Kairos can control you. Well, that's very true, Lantry. Now, let's just say, seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vedrian's Well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How does the endless battle of the Blade Grave? How goes the endless battle of the Blade Grave? Will you deal with us here? Ari laughs, wincing as she catches her side. Oh, seems like she may be hurt. And tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Do the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Our stand here is but the first of your problems. Now we can say you've traded your kinsman. Yeah, you've traded your kinsman to slow the inevitable, nothing more. We can ask her how she knows that the Archons are feuding. But I'm not going to tip her hand, or we can just attack her. I'm going to finally say, or I'm just going to say, you traded your kinsman to slow the inevitable, nothing more. We demonstrated that the armies of Kairos could be shamed by stubborn peasants. The Overlord's empire is vast, his armies numerous, his magic unstoppable. Yet he cannot destroy our fighting spirit. Hardly the show of force I'd expect from a truly fearsome Overlord. I hope that argument keeps you warm in the emptiness of the void, Guardsman. True words, verse. True words, as... This girl's dead. Let's ask her if she's got any last words. Yes. A broad smile comes over Ari's face. Tell the voices in Narat we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. That's an odd statement. I wonder if she's just trying to put the last bit of divide between us and the voices. I wonder if she'd say that if we sided with the chorus too, come to think of it. Alright, and now the battle. It even has epic music. Alright, let's head up.
Here to make friends.
Alright, now, Verse, I want you to go and attack this archer right away. Vexx, use your lightning cone, which targets all three of them, which is perfect. And Lantry, you can use your false spit spell, which will knock both of these guys down. Oh, weird. Verse, you can, now that you're already attacking him, also use your knockdown on him. Well, Lantry got one of them. Better than nothing.
Consider it done.
Use your fireball spell, Lantry. Vexx. You can only hit 2 of them with their fire, but it's better than nothing. First wants to go and attack them, doesn't she? Use your fireball spell on him. Vexx, now finally, you're almost out of magic. Use your ice cone spell. No verse, attack him. No Vexx. Oh, I still had Vexx selected. That's not what I meant. Verse, attack him. Oh. We've already got one of them down. That worked well. Oh, I'm going to use... No. Still got verse selected. I am going to heal us. First, use your... You know what? Use your fire on him. On her, I should say. Lancer, use your ice on him. Her. Apparently, Vexx wants to go and take out this guy, so we'll let him. And Verse doesn't want to listen, so... Oh, we're down to the last one. Why is my mouse not wanting to listen? There we go. Entry. Oh, you do have a...
I'll take
your
care.
false pit spell. It's better than nothing. Oh, perfect. And that's all she wrote. We've won. We've taken Ascension Hall. Perfect. We've put an end to this edict.
Better, faster, and stronger.
Oh, sounds like Verse just leveled up. You worthless gnats. We may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs up blood. You've bested their leadership. Most impressive. Remind me never to underestimate the skills of a Fatebinder. Now we got a couple of choices to say here. Third one we'll get to in a moment is rather interesting. We could say, I'm honored to have had a hand in the glory. Or, I'm sure that your Archon will be pleased that I managed to do your job for you. That'll definitely piss off the Iron Marshal and probably the Disfavored. Or finally, we can betray our alliance to the Disfavored and say, now you arrive? I shed blood to take Ascension Hall. This place, the spire, the valley, it's mine! All of you, be gone! Now this is another point where we can choose the way the game goes. As I mentioned in an earlier video, there are at least 4 separate paths, although they are largely the same, just with a few minor differences between them. We've already locked out 2 of them in our playthrough, the Veteran Guard and the Scarlet Chorus. We've gone through the starting path of the Disfavored and the starting path of the 4th as well. I'll get to that in a moment. Now this option of betraying the Alliance will come up regardless of whether we chose the Disfavored or the Scarlet Chorus. We can betray either of them here or through multiple times during the actual playthrough of either, well, path, so to speak. Now the 4th path is what is referred to as the Chaos Path, as we go our own way, siding with no one. I'm not sure if you can still go that path even if you went with the Veteran Guard and betray them after you help them take out both the Disfavored and Chorus. I wouldn't be surprised if you could, but as I said, I'm not sure, as I've never done that. But I am going to go with the Chaos Path, as it is the most combat heavy. Because, well, as you can imagine, everyone hates us this way. So, I'm going to go with a third option. Tarkasari, spitting up blood between belly laughs, the captain snickers with delight. Kyrus' pawns divide in victory. Priceless. Fatebinder. I know the heart races after battle, but think on what you are saying. The disfavored legion laid siege to this valley for 2 span. If you're serious about your claim, then I'll have orders. I'll have to give orders I don't want to give. Now, this is our one out. After saying that, can go, apologies, I'm still on edge from the fight, or we can attack them, betraying the alliance. If you won't take me seriously, draw your iron. As I just said, I'm going the 4th path as our own man. First the chorus, now the Fatebinder. Shields up! The disfavored commander gestures for her company to attack. Oh! And we actually begin the fight. Okay, before we do that, let's get verse better. Let's up versus finesse, which will make her bows a little more accurate. Now, we haven't really gone much in either path with verse. I'm going to give her arrows the ability to pierce armor, which will help, especially since we are literally fighting against the disfavored right now. Alright, in we go. Oh, of course, our spells aren't fully recharged yet. Drat. Okay, we'll use
Consider it done.
Vexx will use his ice spell. Verse and Lantry will use fire. Now, Lantry switch to ice. Vexx switch to fire. Verse, try to knock them down.
Face my iron.
Ooh, perfect. No, Vexx, no. Come back up here. That's perfect. Because of that, Vexx's ice spell is going to be able to hit all of them. Excellent. Ice spell on. And the Lantry, use your ice on this guy. Oh, perfect. Good job, Lantry. Not able to use any spells. Verse, you're able to send a fire arrow that way. Oh, Barrack leveled up. Perfect. You know what, Vexx? Why don't you cleave? That didn't do as much as I was hoping, but switch to your lightning spell now. Lantry could try. Oh, Lantry could. If this spell hits, Lantry will be able to knock all 3 of them down. Oh, good job. Verse, do you have any spells ready? No. Alright, good job. We have won. The clatter and madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. Oh, we gain Wrath with Veteran Guard, the Disfavored, and Scarlet Chorus for this. Well, we are going our own way. Oh, the Iron Marshal is not dead, although her 2 allies are. In spite of her wounds, Ari is laughing, holding her guts together with a steady trickle of blood seeps between her fingers. You've doomed us and handed the tears to Kairos. I hope you and all your pillaging whores choke on your victory. This can't be. The Iron Marshal falls to her knees, unable to prop herself up to fight. This was to be our moment of glory. Traitorous swine. You ruined everything. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off, and into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vedrian's well. Alright, we got a few choices here. We can say, I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. Or, and with that, Kairos' edict of execution should be no more. Or we could just say nothing. I like the first choice. It sounds more heroic, even though we're not a hero. You feel a tug in your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. What's this? What's going on? Oh, we even float. Oh. What the heck? Where the heck are we? You just disappeared. What the? Oh. Whoa, look at this. Look where we are. Looks like we're at the top of the spire. Wow. It's quite the landscape. It must be very, very high up. I guess that's the portal, and here we all are. Huh. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with a wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Is this? Lantry looks out to the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes! This must be the spire! When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down over the edge, dumbstruck by the vertical plunge. Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. Well, we are awfully high. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jump? Not that it would matter for long. Yeah, you'll probably die. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Barrick spins around on his feet, looking around, trying to take in as much as he can through the narrow visors of his helmet. Either way you look at it, mountains rise up along the distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vedrian's well, and quickly you trace the Mittani, the Iranev, and all the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined. This is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vedrian's well. How did we get all the way up here? Ari stands up, clutching her side. Merciful Kairos, what's going on? The Iron Marshal clutches her side, steadying herself against the wind. Is this a trick from the voices in Narat? The edict is gone, and I don't think we're dead, Lantry shrugs. We could all feel the edict passing. No doubt the soldiers below are sensing it too, and the Archons as well. Now, we have two choices. I claim the spire as my lawful court, or send word to Grave Nash. He will find no welcome here. That'll definitely anger the Archon. They'll both probably will, but the first option, saying that we claim it as our own, is probably going to piss him off a little less. More cocky than the Vedrian Guard, more arrogant than the voices in Narat. You surprised me today, Fatebinder. I wonder how Tunon will react to your impudence. No need to flaunt your treachery. I'll inform Ash myself. She glances over the edges of the spire. Once I figure out how to take my leave. Got a few choices here. I will let you leave with your life. Get down through the portal and send Ash my message. Or, getting down is the easy part. We'll place a note on your person, and odds are it won't get lost in the splatter. Oh, we could kill the Iron Marshal. I don't really want to do that, so we'll just let her go. No telling how stable it is, but look closely and we'll see images of Ascension Hall in the haze. Well, if you've trained eyes, that is. Of course, even if it's not stable, the alternative is jumping, so what do you have to lose? When I tell him you let me go, they'll think I owe you something. But you're planning on that, right? The Iron Guard shakes her head, rising to her feet. You'll forgive me if I'm not more grateful for this act of mercy, but I have to go tell the Archon exactly how I failed him. Now, what are your last words to the Archon, pup? Alright, we got 4 choices here. First one is, tell Graven Ash to stay away from my spire. Or send Graven Ash condolences for the soldiers I killed. Ooh. Tell him Graven Ash protects. Make sure he hears the question mark. Oh, that's a bit spiteful. Or just let him know that, betrayal aside, I still believe that his favored were the rightful choice to lead this battle. I'm going to go with the 4th one. It'll be a little bit less douchey. But we still gain wrath. What is our wrath with them now? Oh, halfway to tier 3. I cannot promise he won't hear those words and think you are mocking him. From under her helmets, from under your helmet, you hear her clearing her throat. One does not repair honor with mere flattery. She steps into the portal, taking one last glance at you, her shoulders slumped in disappointment. So much potential squandered. And for what? She shrugs and vanishes beneath the shimmering light. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the veteran guard captain bracing herself to stand, clutching her wounds and setting her footwork against the high winds. I got a couple of choices. One last task for you. Send a message down to the Archons for me. This parchment will survive the impact. I'm sure of it. I haven't forgotten you, Captain. Leave now, or we can just execute her. I'm going to say I haven't forgotten you. Nor did I expect you to. She peers over the ledge. Let's get this over with, shall we? Oh. We can again send her over, or we can say, I'm going to regret letting you live, aren't I? Get her to leave, just let her go, or kill her outright. I'm going to say I'm going to regret letting you live, aren't I? Probably. Ari cracks a smile, blood pooling in the corner of her mouth. I'll fight for the tears for the last of my dying breaths. And that seems just around the corner. She shakes her head, body slumping into feet. Just tell Tunon it was all me. The whole thing was my doing. I tricked the others into their insurrection. Let mine be the only head that rolls. I'm going to let her go. We gain loyalty for Ebb with that one. Taken off guard by your words, Ari clutches her chest, her face turning pale. You would, even after. Perhaps realizing it's best not to argue or test your mercy further, she bows as best she can manage with her wounds. Thank you, Fatebinder. Your clemency is more than I deserve. Now we lost loyalty with Ebb. Odd. Don't suppose you have any of that mercy left for old me. The Tidecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise, if you spare me, I will serve you. Oh, she's pledging herself to us, it seems. Now we have a couple choices. Serve me well, and all can be forgiven. Or, why would I possibly trust you? My mercy is a price. If I let you live, I'll regret it, won't I? Or we could just kill her outright. I'm going to say if you serve me well, all can be forgiven. Gain loyalty for that one. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Vexx. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey as long as you have need or want of my skills. Alright, now we have a 5th party member. I'm going to keep this party, though. Alright, Vedran's Well has fallen for the 2nd time since the conquest began, but not in any way that Kairos' forces could have anticipated. You claimed Ascension Hall for yourself, turning on your disfavored allies, and halting their near victorious offensive. Graven Ash and his legion are shamed and dismayed by your treachery, and pledge themselves to your annihilation. Though you stepped out from under the Overlord's shadow, you nevertheless satisfied the terms of the edict, removing the death sentence from everyone in the valley. No sooner had the peace settled than a new danger eclipsed it, the civil war between Kairos' forces. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the Citadel and towards each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reach an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and broads in a hasty, disorganized battle. The Voices in Arot and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, leaving their conscript army to carry on their fight against the disfavored. Before the conflict could claim further lives, Graven Ash and his disfavored legion broke camp and withdrew to their fortress in the Blade Grave. Both armies turned their backs on the Spire, your new, unassailable seat of power. You can feel the Archon's boiling hatred for your pinnacle. From the pinnacle. As days pass, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion, and planned your next steps with careful deliberation. Word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and disfavored turned on each other. Factions once resolved to bend the knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading over the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report his actions in Vedran's Well. Oh. From the top of the spire, you can make out the distant features of Vedran's Well and the mountains beyond. A new vague twists lines of purple and red shows the retreat of Kairos' forces. Safe to say, your Lord Tunon will want to hear of what's transpired. I got a few choices. We can glare at Lantry. Kairos' forces have withdrawn. That's one less headache. Or, noted, I should make haste to the Bastard City. I'm going to say that Kairos' forces have withdrawn. Because it's true, they have. Oh, and here comes Zeb. Oh, the portal's gone. The dazzling energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. The humming from the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume as if to draw your attention. Alright, now, at this point, I am going to end the video as it has been quite a while. In the next video, we will continue exploring the Spire, and maybe make our way to the Bastard City and speak with Tunon. I hope you guys enjoy this rather long video, and I hope you guys have a great day.